Hey everyone, I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us for this explainer today, because we're looking at something that is just incredibly fun but surprisingly layered. We're going to break down the narrative mechanics of this brilliant 60-second animated short called The Stickman and the Vanishing Banana. Now on the surface, this might just look like your classic goofy cartoon sequence. But if we really look closely at the architecture of the comedy here, it's actually a fantastic exercise in pacing, expectation, and character dynamics. Let's unpack how just a simple stick figure and a piece of fruit can tell a universally understood story in literally 1 minute.
Okay, let's dive into this. The entire animation hinges on one central mystery. Why did the monkey steal the fruit? It's honestly so easy to just write this off as a random sequence of physical comedy, right? Just a quick laugh. But to really get slapstick, we have to treat it as a character-driven narrative. Every single action taken by our antagonist, the monkey, forces us to ask about its true motivation. Is this about survival? Is the poor monkey starving? Or is there a completely different psychological engine driving this whole chaotic encounter? Keep that question right in the back of your mind as we go through this, because it genuinely changes how we view the whole short.
Now, to understand how the comedy lands so perfectly, we really need to look at the pacing. It's like a giant puzzle. This kinetic 60-second arc is tightly structured. We start with point 1, from 0 to 8 seconds. That's the discovery, where we establish the baseline world. Then bam, a quick jump to point 2, between 16 and 25 seconds, the reveal, where the true nature of the prank is shown. And finally, after a rapid-fire sequence of physical gags, we hit point 3, from 48 to 60 seconds, the ultimate theft. The narrative isn't just meandering around. It rapidly arcs from the stickman's totally innocent discovery, straight to his horrifying realization of the prank, and finally culminating in a perfectly timed climax.
So, let's look at the first phase, the floating illusion and the setup.
In those opening 8 seconds, we're introduced to our protagonist, the stickman. He's just happily walking down the street, totally minding his own business. Suddenly, he spots a floating banana in the air. He joyfully runs to grab it, which establishes his baseline desire. He wants that magical floating fruit. But here is where the narrative pulls the rug right out from under us. As soon as he catches it, the banana completely vanishes. Poof, literally gone. This rapid subversion of expectation leaves the poor stickman looking around in complete and utter bewilderment. And this shattered illusion tells us, the audience, that the rules of physics and logic in this world are, well, a little bit skewed. It perfectly primes us for the absurdity that's about to follow.
Which brings us to phase 2. Enter the mischievous monkey. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that initial bewilderment, it doesn't last long at all. Out from behind steps this small monkey, laughing and holding the exact same banana that just vanished. Actually, the source material explicitly describes the monkey using the Hindi term shararti, which translates directly to mischievous or naughty. And honestly, this single word is the absolute key to answering our overarching question from the beginning. Why steal the fruit? The text explicitly labels the monkey's nature. Its actions are driven by pure, unfiltered trickster energy. This isn't some hungry animal desperately foraging for food. No way. It's a creature that thrives on playful malice. It's engaging in this elaborate ruse simply for the joy of the prank itself. It's creating chaos entirely for the fun of it.
And that kicks off phase 3, the slapstick pursuit. Once the stickman sees that taunting monkey, his desire for the fruit instantly transforms into a desire for retribution. The pacing accelerates dramatically here, and the monkey doesn't just run away, it actively uses the fruit as bait. It's this highly intelligent antagonist drawing the stickman into a carefully laid trap. The mechanics of this prank follow a classic 3-step formula that has worked in comedy for literally over a century. Step 1, the monkey shows the banana, renewing that temptation. Step 2, the stickman, completely blinded by frustration, charges forward without looking at the ground. And step 3, the stickman slips on a strategically placed peel. The absolute beauty of this scene is the comedic pause. The animation lets the stickman wipe out spectacularly, and then just focuses on the monkey holding its stomach in victorious rolling laughter.
And this brilliantly illustrates the aftermath. On one side, absolute defeat. After crashing into a tree, the stickman is angry, dizzy, with literal cartoon stars spinning over his head. On the other side, untouched, hysterical victory. The monkey is completely unhurt and laughing gleefully. The comedy is born directly out of the stickman's exaggerated physical misfortune, which was expertly orchestrated by the monkey. This friction, this exact suffering of the victim, is exactly what makes slapstick work so well.
Moving right along to phase 4, the ultimate fruit theft. So the crucial point is, just when things look bleakest for our dizzy stickman, the universe seemingly takes pity on him. A real banana randomly drops from above. The stickman grabs it and starts happily eating it. For a brief, fleeting moment, the narrative seems to provide him with a happy, earned resolution. But, just as he's enjoying his hard-earned prize, the monkey reappears, snatches the entire, real banana right out of his hands and sprints away. This is the ultimate punchline. The monkey didn't just want to tease the stickman with an illusion, it waited until the stickman had found real happiness, real sustenance, and then stole the whole shebang. It proves once and for all that the monkey's goal was never just to acquire a banana, its goal was to maximize the stickman's frustration.
Which leads to my absolute favorite part of the entire short, the reaction. After the ultimate theft, the stickman doesn't chase the monkey again. He stops fighting back entirely. Instead, he looks directly at the camera, completely breaking the fourth wall, and simply shrugs in defeat. It's this hilarious moment of total acceptance. By looking at us, the audience, he's acknowledging his own reality. He realizes he's just a character in a cartoon, fully accepting his role as the eternal punchline to the monkey's chaotic nature. He knows he just can't beat the script.
And then the animation perfectly caps off its self-aware tone with a simple "the end," followed by a laughing crying emoji and a banana emoji. It's a stylistic choice that feels entirely modern and internet-savvy, really sealing the lighthearted, absurd, slapstick tone of the 60 seconds we just witnessed. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder. Thinking back to our central mystery, was the monkey really hungry? Everything we've unpacked, the vanishing illusion, the calculated tripwires, that charade mischievous nature, and the final theft of the earned prize, it all points to a resounding no. The monkey wasn't after calories. In the grand tradition of slapstick storytelling, pure, unadulterated mischief is the true engine that drives the narrative forward. For the trickster archetype, chaos truly is the sweetest fruit of all. Thank you so much for exploring this animated gem with me, and I hope it makes you look at the mechanics of comedy just a little bit differently next time you see a cartoon slip on a banana peel.